Good morning and welcome back to Tuesdays with Suzanne. Last week we worked with the process of coming into congruence with this time of year. We're coming into the darkest time of year. Today is actually the 21st of December, which is the winter solstice. And this is a time when our bodies, the primal nature of who we are, naturally wants to drop deep inside, to refill, to rejuvenate, to rest, to renew. And last week we did, in preparation for this week, we did a meditation that had to do with grounding and filling into the bones. And we worked with the area behind your heart, behind the heart. And this week we're going to begin again with this process. And this time we're going to drop all the way to your sacrum, that big V-shaped bone that rests right at the bottom of your spine. And it is, in a very interesting way, metaphorically and physically, it's the anchor of the body. It's the very bottom of the craniosacral system, the handle for that. It is also an area that has a wonderful clarifying and anchoring effect when we can drop deep inside into our sacrums and sit with our attention right there. So join me today on the winter solstice and let's drop within to our bones and specifically begin to investigate and explore what your sacrum feels like and what it feels like to metaphorically drop into and sit within the temple of your sacrum. Our bones are the most dense, sturdiest form of connective tissue in the body. And so the natural effect of embodying in our bones, of dropping deep within, deep into our inner sanctums, is a sense of steadiness and quiet. And with that comes a wonderful clarity. It's very nice to be doing that at this time of year, when the days are short and the nights are long, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere. So, if you will, join me. I hope you're sitting somewhere that's really comfortable. Allow yourself to rest back on whatever you're sitting against. Allow your eyes to close or semi-close. Allow your attention to drop within. The easiest thing to pay attention to initially is your breath. So even if as you drop inside, you encounter an emotion or a pain, gently, gently touch it, let it know that you'll be back. But right now, you're paying attention to your breath. Yes, I have that little discomfort. And what does it feel like to breathe? And what I mean by that is feeling the rise and fall of your chest. Feeling your backbone against the chair or whatever is supporting you right now. Yeah. And allowing your awareness to sink in deeper and deeper with each inhale, which brings fresh oxygen and life, and each exhale that allows you to let go of what you no longer need. So inhaling and dropping deep within with your attention, your curiosity. What does it feel like? What does my backbone feel like right now? I can almost feel my vertebrae expanding as I inhale and then nestling back together as I exhale. Notice what it feels like in your spine, right at the very top and behind your heart. Yeah, nice sense of expansion and contraction. Good, good, good. And then as you're dropping back into the back of your heart, allow your awareness to settle even deeper in your spine. So dropping from behind your heart and your upper back, deep, deep, deep into your mid-back, your lower back, and right on down into your sacrum. Sometimes I like to sit up really straight, so I'm sitting on my sitting bones, and my sacrum has a capacity to gently move if it needs to, because I'm not sitting on it, I'm not slouching, I'm actually just resting comfortably on my sitting bones. And make sure you have a pillow behind you that supports you in sitting forward, so that you're not tightening your spine as you do that. Good. And then allowing yourself to walk down your spine with your awareness, with your attention, if you will, dropping deeper, 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 gathering your thoughts, gathering any sensations you're having, gathering anything that's going on, and allowing yourself to bring it in and drop into your sacrum, into that lovely, natural anchor. There we go. I just felt myself sink into my sacrum. This is quite a lovely feeling. It's as though I'm in a boat and I now have an anchor that's resting on the ocean floor. So my boat can still move gently with the waves, but my sacrum, the anchor, is gently resting on the ocean floor. Now, you may remember from last week we talked about the fact that the very matrix of our bones, the bone marrow, is where stem cells are born. And so in a sense, the stem cells are what everything grows from. So in a sense, this is like the birthplace of who we are. So we are really, in a sense, metaphorically and physically, on holy ground here. This is your inner sanctum, your bones, your bone marrow. And as I'm dropping into my sacrum, deeper and deeper, I like to feel a sense of walking into an inner temple. It's quiet, rich. The space feels very rich with safety, steadiness, support. And in my mind's eye, I have a seat here in my inner sanctum, bringing all of my attention to the best of my ability right here, right here. Breathing into my bones, particularly right here into my sacrum. And then I'm noticing as I sit in my sacrum that there's a spreading. I'm starting to feel my sitting bones that rest on either side of your sacrum, a little bit to the front. Yeah, and notice whether you then become aware of your femurs, those longest, strongest bones in the body, right there in your thighs. And then the bones of your calves, your knees, your feet. Yeah. Resting in the quiet. Resting in the quiet. We know that when we bring our attention, our awareness, to a particular area in the body where we embody more deeply, feeling the sensations of it, that it changes our physiology, that we do naturally begin to soak up what's needed most. There's always a river, a flow of chi moving through us. And our bones, when we're there at the door of our inner sanctum, our bones are open to receiving even more than they would normally receive. Just that sense of your sacrum. And believe me, I have a sacrum that's been injured quite badly. So I'm feeling my sacrum soaking up more and more and more of what it needs. Just a sense of it. And I am finding myself feeling more deeply, steady, clear. You may even want to drop an anchor from the tip of your sacrum, the coccyx, straight down into the earth. The way we do where we take roots of awareness or light beams or rivers of awareness from the bottoms of our feet. We can take it from the sacrum too. Many, many Eastern traditions do that. So feel free, breathing into your sacrum and letting your sacrum put down a connecting root or light beam or river. Good. Good. And as you put down that connection into the earth, feeling the return from the earth, it's as though you reach down, connecting with the earth, caressing it, penetrating into the soil beneath you, into the gravitational field of the earth. And there's a response. In a sense, it's like meeting your beloved in this connection with the earth. And it can fill you, fill you. And this time of year, at the winter solstice, is a prime time because your environment here in the northern hemisphere is one that asks us, begs us to drop deep inside like this, to soak up what's needed, to replenish our reserves, to allow this river of nourishing sensation that moves through us all the time to fill your bones. They are, in Chinese medicine, they speak about them being the inner energy reservoirs. So letting your sacrum fill, your legs and feet, your spine. Mostly in this meditation, I'm working with my sacrum because it connects to everything else, acting as a wonderful anchor, steadying influence. And as you sit in this quiet, you may begin to notice a clarity, as though the emotional turmoil going on in your outer environment brings a muddiness to our thinking. And as you sit with this steady, clear, quiet place, it allows the mud to settle and the water to clear, so that our vision becomes clearer, our emotions settle. Yeah. And there's a sense of steadying out, like this is getting very steady. Good. Good. And again, I'm going to give you the option this week of staying with the meditation after I sign off. And you may want to spend another 10 minutes, 20 minutes, hour, 2 hours, whatever you want, to rest deep into your sacrum and notice the radiant light that moves from your sacrum into all the other cells of your body. Now this is a rich, rich anchor. And when it's full, when you're embodied here, it feeds everything else. Everything else. Yeah. So feel free to stay. For those of you that cannot, when you're ready, allow your eyes to open. Bring your awareness back. Join me. And enjoy the winter solstice. Take time. Drink deeply in your inner reservoir so that you, as the world turns and the days become longer, you arrive back in your world having filled your reserves. And enjoy.